walking along the edge now to see if I can spot any of the miners themselves walking out of the lake tonight.
Michael, I'm picking you up on the motion detectors, which is good. I can see you, but I'm picking up something strange that's off the pontoon down there in the water. I don't know how you feel about this, but I wouldn't mind you actually diving into the water and seeing what you can see. Do you mind doing that?
Are you going to come in with me?
Well, you know I would, but I didn't bring any bathers with me, so you're on your own there. You bastard.
Okay, I'm just going to leave you for a while while I just get changed.
I really don't envy him at all. It's going to be awfully cold down there.
All right. I'm going to jump in this lake and see if I can find, or if they can find me, indeed, any of the miners or the souls, I guess, of the miners if they're out there tonight.
Not too bad in. It's just kind of creepy. You ever seen Jaws?
Just be careful. I know it's really cold in there, so I don't want you in there too long.
Okay, I'm coming out. I'll just take one photo. More.
That was amazing. I'm back.
How was that?
Oh, it was pretty incredible. Because there's a shelf there, you basically walk about 10 feet and then it just plummets straight down, that's 68 meters. And so I just sort of leapt off through that. It's just kind of creepy knowing that you're swimming in someone's grave.
Morning.
Well, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are you both feeling this morning?
Not too bad, it's still a bit cold.
Yeah, I want to do this quickly and get out of here. I don't like this place.
You got quite freaked out a number of times last night. Talk me through it, starting with the hall.
Yeah, well, you sent me to check the reading and I was up the stairs looking through the cage. And then I think it was a mop or a broom or something just came must have fallen off the wall and just flown sort of into the centre of the hall.
I'll play you this down. This is in the hall. Nice reaction. And your piece of investigation here was superb. Your first instinct was not to go over and see what it was, but instead to run. Now, I've got an actual close-up of it, because I've been trying to figure out what that noise was, because you're saying it was a broom. But it's fairly inconclusive that there was actually anything there. There's movement, but what it is, it's a little too hard to tell.
It sounded like something falling, like that was leaning against the wall and then just falling down.
As you can clearly see from this photograph that I took just moments after you came out, there's no broom in the vicinity of the sound source at all.
No, and
Quite a
that's
coincidence
strange,
that.
Yeah.
It's more than strange. It begs the obvious question, was the noise you heard emanating from a supernatural source? You're talking about poltergeist activity, which poltergeist is roughly German for a noisy ghost. Now, Michael, we'll move on to your thorough investigation of the evening. How was your midnight dip?
It was incredibly dark, so I couldn't really see anything in that sense of even, you know, in a swimming pool, you can, at night time when you jump into your friend's swimming pool, you're just certain that there's a shark.
Maybe.
And knowing that I was swimming on top of the grave of those miners that had, you know, still buried down there was doing my head in as well.
But you took plenty of photos, which was fantastic. This is one of the photos that you took, which is just randomly in the water. There wasn't much there. It's just to show that, you know...
It was so dark
cloudy.
underwater. I mean, I had pretty limited vision. I could probably see maybe about 10 or 15 feet in front of me, but that was just torchlight.
Yeah.
It was quite hard to see anything in my periphery.
Yeah. And 90% of the photos that you took pretty much look like that.
Look like that, right.
But there are a few that, well, they're just bizarre, to be honest.
Huh?
I'm not quite sure what that is.
Right. That's just odd. What the heck is that?
I don't know, but it kind of get the feeling you weren't the only one that was in the lake, to be perfectly honest. And this one, I think, is my favourite when it comes up. And
I took that.
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
It looks like this whole thing is a bit of a miner's helmet with the torch on the front. So maybe you did find one of the miners.
That'll teach me to go swimming in graves.
Speaking of not being alone, this is on your walk through.
Oh! What was that? Is there a noise through here? I just heard a noise of like a teacup or something like that coming from the dining room. Just a teacup being knocked.
It took around about 3 shots. 2 of them were with the flash, and one of them, the flash, didn't work.
Right.
Now, previous to that, you were discussing the rose and what she was wearing, and that people had seen her in the dining room, and
right.
She was very elegant, wearing a white dress.
Yeah.
And the shot that you took without the flash was that. And as we go through and just begin to light up.
Oh, that's horrible.
What is it? What is it? It's...
Oh.
Looks a bit like a head with hair and an arm and a torso and legs.
Wow.
It even looks like... it looks very feminine,
It
and it looks like someone's reclining with a hand at the back, sort of saying, hello, boys.
Holding a cup of tea,
well,
perhaps?
yeah, something in the hand, but it almost looks a bit like sort of hello, boys kind of thing, hello, miners or sailors.
And it does match up with reports of apparitions, and it's remarkable to me, that the walls are very exact, so there's not much movement in the photo at all, and yet the figure is very blurred, the fingers look very elongated, and there's no detail to the head at all.
No, just the sort of shape.
Do you want to go back in? She's probably just over there inside.
Shut
If you want to go
the door.
for a second shot. Yeah, I think that's a good case to leave St. Bathans. Leave them with the rose and move on. It has been a very interesting evening.
That's incredible.
This place gives me the spooks.
It is what it is. It's an apparition of a woman. I absolutely see it, and I can't disbelieve it, but my rational mind is still ticking over it. It wanted more proof. It wanted to be able to see, I guess, rather than having the camera see for me.
It's amazing that you can get stuff like that on camera that the human eye can't see. Like, he was right there with that apparition and he didn't even see it. It's incredible.
It was so detailed and so exact as to how everyone describes it that it just couldn't be anything else.